United States cancels visas application or any form of entry to South Sudanese citizens into the United States. In other words, if you're from South Sudan, you cannot apply for visiting visa to go to the United States. You cannot apply for student visas to study in the United States. You cannot apply for spouse or even family visas or even diplomatic visas. You are barred from applying because the South Sudanese government refused to accept the deportees from the United States back to Sudan. Two full loaded planes with Sudanese citizens being deported from the United States back to the country was rejected. Well, not rejected. The plane landed in South Sudan, but the government returned the plane with every single person in them back to the United States. We don't want them. Keep them. And because of this, Mark Rubio on Saturday, the 5th of April 2025, made the announcement that because the South Sudanese government are playing hard, because they've refused to accept the deportees from the United States in timely manner, because of this, no more visas will be granted to the citizens of South Sudan to go into the United States. Apparently, he said every other countries had been accepting, all the deportees from the United States. And he doesn't see why South Sudan case was different. But the South Sudan government are claiming that the country at the moment is descending into civil war. There's a lot of political instabilities. There's a lot of economical instability, war and killing and all of that. You know all of these issues going on with Sudan. Why is the United States at this point in time where everything is so red hot in Sudan, why are they deporting their citizens back instead of giving them some form of protection? Which, if you look at it, ideally, they make sense with what they said. That is what the Sudanese government is asking. Why are you conducting mass deportation back to South Sudan at this point in time when you know the country is in crisis, the country is descending into civil war? What is your plan? You should, by law, give those people some form of protection, at least for the meantime, until things settles down and you can then do whatever you want to do. But for now, we are not going to accept them. Take them back. Previously, though, the United States did granted the South Sudanese citizen temporary protected status in United States because of the civil war. But still, regardless, the country is not yet settled. It's not something we can lie about. Everybody knows what is going on in Sudan, right? But why would you start doing this mass deportation back to a country where there's an active, I won't say war, but there's an active civil war going on? It's like, for example, okay, I'm just trying to make some sense here. For Ukraine now, could you imagine, how will you feel if the United States start wrapping up the Ukrainian citizens and then just going straight to Ukraine and dump them right in the middle of the war, in the middle of the war situation? Nobody would, that wouldn't make any sense, would it? That is what the South Sudanese government is asking. Why have you decided to deport these people back at this point in time when the country is descending into civil war? When the government is trying to look for a way to figure out how to resolve the ongoing issue that has been there like forever. Why are you now returning people back to Sudan? You should give them some form of protection. If this was some other African countries, I can bet you the immigration will start calculating how much they will get per head, because they will want your families to come and bail you. They won't just let you go. They want your family to come and bail you. They'll be so happy we'll take them. But look at little South Sudan, what they've done. They returned all the planes back to the United States. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. But at the same time, it's a little bit tricky and confusing. What do you guys think? I just came across that news today, so I thought maybe I'll come here and put it out here. We'll laugh about it and then we'll talk about it. Do you think it was right for the United States to conduct mass deportation of the South Sudanese citizens in this time where the country is unstable? Let me know what you think in the comment section.